Okay, it looks like I've been called to task. Eve, in her infinite wisdom, and with her fifth question, the question, what, if any, would you like to ask me, has asked me what my 5 questions would be before I got a chance to put the disclaimer saying that you couldn't do that. That's kind of like saying, I'll give you 3 wishes, well, I want 3 more wishes. Anyway. Question 1. Assuming I believe in God, and even if I don't, what question would I like to ask him? Well, that's easy. What's the big idea giving us guys nipples? I mean, what is that? A tease? I mean, okay, you had too many. Make more women. I mean, do you see us complaining? Or give us Brett? No, don't. I'd never leave the house. But I mean, at least make them useful. Make them light up. That would make reading in bed so much easier. Or let them flash, like indicators. Turning right. But I wonder what I would use for a reversing light. That doesn't bear thinking about. Question 2. Assuming a truth serum has been administered, what question would I like to ask George W. Bush? Now, because this was my video to start with, I have owner's prerogative, and I'm going to bend the rules a little bit here because I'm going to nick one of the answers that I've already been given. When I posted the video on YouTube, one of my subscribers, Pasma1, the question he wanted to ask George Bush is the question I would like to ask George Bush, and it is, how much did that hurt? Whilst referring to the baseball bat that we've just whacked him upside the head with. So that's the question. I'll go with that one. How much did it hurt? Question 3 was the one about animals, and again I'm going to sort of tweak the parameters a little bit here. Play with the parameters, and it's going to be instead of a question, it's going to be kind of like a statement, a directive. And what I would do is I would get a boat and go out into the ocean and find a whale and say to it, or show it a picture of a whaling ship and say, you see these? Well, if you come across one of these, take a deep breath, go down deep and swim away as fast as you can, as far away from it as you can. And using that thing you do, spread the word. And while you're at it, tell Flipper and his mates to stay out of the big crisscross things with all the tuna in it. Question number 4. Which person, living or dead, would you like to ask a question? What would that question be? Well, once again, I'm going to employ vlogger's prerogative and bend the rules yet again. Because the person that I would like to ask a question to would once again be President George W. Bush. And the question would be, how about now? Number 5. Now this is where it starts to get a bit paradoxical, I suppose. What question, if any, would I like to ask me? So, presuming that I have like a time machine, would I go forward or back? Would I go to my future self, or would I go back to my self in the past? That is a very, very difficult question. I'd go to the future. I'd go back to the future. Preferably if I had a nice DeLorean. Or could turn my Land Rover into a time machine. It is in actual fact a bit of a time machine, because every time I drive it, it takes years off me. What would I ask myself? Wow. Did you get laid yet? No. Are you happy? Because either of the two possible answers would determine how I would react, or act, I should say. No, that would be react, wouldn't it? From here on in. But then how do I know that by acting in a particular fashion that it will lead to one or other of the two? Oh, guy. That's a tricky one. What question would you ask yourself? Yeah. Does it get better? There we go. So I hope that answers your answers. No, I hope that answers my question. No, I hope that